I have been doing this for Rays of Healing since I said like in 2013 in group settings. I do work in private settings. Welcome everybody. Tonight, what we'll do is we'll have about a half an hour or so conversation about the records, the whys and wherefores, and how do we access and so on. And then the main part really is experiential, and we'll do some short mini sessions with as many people as we can. What I do, what I've done with these Zoom sessions and the in-person sessions in prior times in the past is that for those of you who would like to have a mini session but not able to do so tonight because of time limitations, I offer them after the fact. And what I have you do is to email me, and Donna is putting my contact information on the chat box. Email me of your interest. And I do require that you have paid a donation of $25 for this evening if you want to get a session afterwards. I will probably only have time to work with maybe 3 or 4 people tonight. We'll see how many, what time frame we've got there. So again, if you want to have a session afterwards, please contact me by email and we'll set that up some of the evening by phone. We'll do it by phone. And I've done this a number of years in the past during COVID and when we were not doing this in person. So with that, let's begin. How many of you can just raise your hand or not, that have had some kind of experience with the Akashic Records or with me in the past, besides Tim? Okay. Okay, everybody else now. So you all are fairly new then, looks like. Okay. The Akashic Records, actually what we're doing tonight is interesting. I have a subtitle of Healing Through Your Akashic Records. I call it Clearing Your Perpetuated Stories. We all have stories about ourselves. We live as soap opera, drama kings and queens. And the whole point of what I do is to collaborate with you to help you clear those stories so more of who you truly are shows up, is available to you to make decisions that are more in line with your higher self. So what we're doing essentially is identifying what you might call subconscious patterns that you repeat over and over and over again and get stuck in, and then assist you and collaborate with you in clearing those patterns. My interest is to assist you to be more and more of your true self, your loving self, compassionate self, joyful self, passionate self, and so on. We all have our experiences of the past. We all have events in our lives, and we have emotional content that we create about the events that we hold on to. And it's those emotional events that we hold on to that is what some people might call your baggage, your shadow baggage, or whatever you want to call that, that prevents us from moving on in our lives. So we repeat patterns over and over and over again. You get married, you get divorced, you marry the same kind of personality, but different body. And you've seen that happen over and over and over again. So many times that we've been doing this, that patterns. So the whole point of the work is to help you uncover the patterns that you repeat over and over and over, and then help you clear them. And so what I do, this is a collaborative process. And this is not me doing something to you. This is me working with you in a collaboration. Your higher self, my higher self, we collaborate together to access what we call the Akashic Records. And then to identify those patterns that you repeat over and over and over again. That could be wellness, that could be relationships, jobs, money, it doesn't matter. But again, it's the repeated patterns that we do in our subconscious patterns that are really what limit us as human beings. We have experiences, and then we identify with those experiences and we hold on for revenge, or we feel betrayed, or whatever the case might be. And we hold on to those patterns and those energies over and over and over again. So basically what we're doing in the work that I do, like I said, will be helping you clear those patterns. Hey, Joe, how you doing? Nice to see you again. So the Akashic Records, what are they? For me, there's just one universal field of energy throughout the universe or multiverse, however you want to call that. And that field of energy we call the Akash, some would call it the ethers, whatever term you want to put on there. The Akash in ancient Sanskrit means primary source, primary substance, primary field of energy. So we're dealing with one field of energy throughout the universe. And all practitioners, I don't care what kind of practice you're doing, we all tap into that same field of energy. We just do it differently based on our own energy. So there's just one field out there, and there is no, like you go out 500 light years, make a right-hand turn, there's the Akash, you make a left-hand turn, there's Reiki. Now, it doesn't work that way, sorry. There is no separate fields of energy. They're just that one energy field that we tap into in our own particular way. So I do it this way as the Akash. It's my gift and my talent. Nothing that I was trained in or certified in, is just who I am. And I learned about this ability roughly 2009, 2010, when I was living in Charlottesville, Virginia. And a dear friend of mine, I take it a lot of you, or most of you have heard of Edgar Cayce, the American prophet, the American psychic, who died in 1946. There is that foundation that still has his name, Edgar Cayce Foundation. Excuse me. ARE, that's based in Virginia Beach, Virginia. A friend of mine started bringing in speakers from Virginia Beach from the ARE Foundation. And as you probably know, they have a big publishing company. And one of the books that they publish is a book called Edgar Cayce on the Akashic Records. Cayce, out of the 14,000 healings that he did that were transcribed, roughly 3,000 were done in the Akashic Records. In his case, he was a trance medium, and he would go into a very complicated lengthy meditation to access the records of his clients. So anyway, I was walking by the table with these books, and I saw the book Edgar Cayce on the Akashic Records, and literally it energetically slammed me in the head and said, read me. It's one of those things where you go to a library and a book drops out in front of you, or a bookstore, and you know that your higher self says, oh, okay, you got to read that. So I did that evening, and that's when I learned of this gift. Practiced for a couple months, and then hung my shingles out and started practicing. So I've been doing this for roughly 12 years. I work with thousands and thousands of individuals. The private sessions that I do are by phone, by Skype, or in person. Obviously, we're by Zoom here. So it doesn't have to be in person. I live in Chevy Chase, Maryland. And so the private sessions are an hour long, and those I do again by phone, Skype, or in person, and those I record for you. For those of you that I work with tonight, if you want to record your own session, you're welcome to do so. Just don't record anybody else's. A lot of people like to listen back later on to their sessions and get a lot more out of it. Entirely up to you. So that's how I got into all this. I met Rays of Healing back in like 2012 or 13, Wanda Laster Lundy, who is the chief founder of the Rays of Healing, and have been off and on with them ever since. If you have any questions, by the way, please raise your hand. I will answer those questions as you raise your hand, so please do. So the Akashic Records. So basically what they are, and what we know, it's a field of energy that is an energetic recording of all your thoughts, actions, behaviors, patterns, feelings, and so on, of all the lifetimes that you've existed as soul. So every incarnation that you've existed, whether you're living here on this planet or on other planets or around the universe, we've all been everywhere. As far as I know, as far as I can tell, has been recorded. And we can access that information, that energetic information, in what we call the Akashic Records. The term Akashic Records was labeled by a woman named Madame Blavatsky back around 1880, 1890. She's a Russian philosopher, writer, scientist, who did extensive studies of Eastern and Western religions, and all her writings, which were quite voluminous, were done through the Akash. So she basically downloaded all the writings that she did and labeled that term Akashic Records. Prior to that time, humans have known about what we now call the Akashic Records for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. You can find evidence within the hieroglyphics of the Sumerians, the Egyptians, the Mayans. There's references in the Bible, the Quran, the Kabbalah, and so on. But during those times, it was called the tree of knowledge, tree of life, and so on. Like again, the Akashic Records is a more modern term that came on about 200 years ago. Up until that time, only the shamans, the witch doctors, the certain priests and priestesses, oracles, and so on had a higher enough level of consciousness to be able to access the Akashic Records. Nowadays, because of our higher level of consciousness, even though it may not seem so, anybody can access their Akashic Records. It's not particularly difficult. There are a lot of teachers and trainers out there who are available online in webinars that can teach you how to access the records. And there's plenty of books out there. I do not teach what I do because I can't. It's just who I am, and that's indigenous to me. But there are good teachers out there, Linda Howe out of Chicago, Lisa Barnett out of California, and so on. If you're interested in learning how, you can email me, and I have a list of people that you can contact for information about their teachings and trainings. Again, there are a lot of books out there that will teach you how to access the records. Linda Howe's How to Read the Akashic Records, published in 2009, is a good beginning source if you're interested. So there's a lot out there, a lot of books out there, pretty much saying all the same thing. There's not a lot of distinction. There are many different ways to access the Akashic Records. You can do it through prayers, a specific kind of prayers, through meditations, through shamanic journeys, and so on. I first learned to access through a particular prayer. I'm at a place right now where I don't need a prayer. I just automatically connect with your higher self, and off we go. And what I do, I call a tango up in the Akashic field with you and me. So I can do a tango together if you wish. Any questions so far from anybody? No questions. All this is making sense to everybody? Okay. So that's how I got involved with the Akash. My history, I began accessing, you might say, spirit world at age 11. I grew up outside of Chicago, and I was big into baseball, coming back from baseball practice at age 11, and all of a sudden I heard this voice in the back of my head say, God does not live outside of you. God lives within you. You are God. Oops. 11-year-old kid, no religious background, no spiritual background, a total disinterest in God and all that kind of good stuff. And this, what it turned out to be, my higher self informing me that I am a God, or a godlet, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, it was rather shocking. I had no idea what was going on, although what was interesting, I didn't go weird about it. I said, oh, okay. And then it went on to say that God is not a male with a long white beard, long white robe, casting hell, damnation, and thunderbolts. What do I do with this? My family background had no religious background whatsoever. My parents were totally disinterested in organized religion. So I never read the Bible, never did any of that stuff. And here I am told that I am God. Oops. So I had no context to hold it in. My parents thought I was pretty weird, and that was the end of that. It wasn't until in my 30s I got interested again. I've been trained as an engineer, by the way, so really left brain. So as I was being trained in engineering, metallurgical engineering, studies how to make steel and things like that, I was also in this really right brain mode too. But it wasn't until my 30s I got reinterested. Some of you may have heard of Werner Erhard and EST training. That was really big back in the 70s and 80s. He was a self-help guru back then and did these trainings, these 4-day, 2-weekend trainings called EST, E-S-T, or Latin means is, or to be. And I did those, got involved with many other activities. Heard my first channeling in early 1990s. You may not have heard the term of a walk-in, not the walk-in sign for a hair salon, but a walk-in. A walk-in is a human being who soul has left the body has not died, and a new soul walks into the body. So this woman named Ayanda, I met through a woman, a friend of mine from work, and I worked in Congress at the time. I had interesting experience in that I saw the video of this actually happening. So the woman who decided to leave as soul was sitting in a chair in the middle of a room surrounded by her friends. This is all videotaped. And you could see her at one point when the time was for her to leave, her body slumped over and there was a white light that whooshed out of her crown. The body slumped over and then another light went into her crown and she reanimated as a different person. It's called a walk-in, W-A-L-K-I-N, walk-in. And there are a lot of people on the planet who are walk-ins. I've met a number of them already. So she was an interesting person. She had to relearn how to be in a human body because she had never experienced a human body before. And it's a heavy, heavy, heavy energy for a spirit to walk into a body without having experienced our three-dimensional density. But she was quite fascinating. She did channeling. That's where I've had my first channeling done of Native American. I worked with what's called flower essences. I've been trained in transformational breath work. I've worked with a number of different channels, and I do the Akashic record work again, both as a private sessions. I also work in groups like this, and the groups I do are not more than 10 people, and I do them all over the area. And I used to do them at Rays of Healing, but now I'm just doing it by Zoom here with all you folks. So again, I'll work with folks here tonight. Again, it's really about experiencing the work as opposed to just reading about it or my chatting about it. It's an experiential activity. There are a lot of different readers around the world. Each person who does an Akashic record reading will do them their own particular way. There is no one way, right way, or wrong way. It's just the way that that individual works with the Akash. And when I work, I don't deal with any particular past lives. There are Akashic readers who deal with particular past lives and what you were, and this lifetime, your sister was your father, and blah, 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 blah. I don't do that. The way I work is that I'm interested in who you are and who you are in the present, in the now, and all the energies from your past lives, including your astrology, which has a big influence on you, and how your past lives and your current lives impacts the way that you are, your being, your health, your well-being, and so on. So who you are in the present and now is who I work with. And I work with all your past lives as a collective, not as an individual past life. I don't particularly care what your past lives were because every human being has been the good, bad, and the ugly. We have been great people, we've been great parents, we've been lousy parents, we've been murderers, we've been warriors, we've been business people, we've been priests, we've been this, we've been that, we've been everything, okay? And don't think that you've just been great, wonderful people, because you haven't. Everybody's been everything. Sorry about that, hope I don't delusion you. But we have been everything, okay? And who you are now stands on the shoulders of who you've been, okay? And again, it's who you've been and all those past life energies and all the stories that you created about yourselves, your dramas, your subconscious patterns is what we're interested in. So that's what I focus on. That's what we'll work with tonight, as you will see. Now, when we work, I will ask you, for those of you that I work with tonight or those down the road, please consider any particular concerns or issues that you would like to work with. Your intention for tonight is really important. Your intention for whatever you do with whatever practice you're working with, or practitioner, and I don't care if it's your doctor, your dentist, or whatever, your intentionality is your primary focus. Why are you here? What are you here for? I don't need to know that. But your intention, whatever you do and whatever your focus is primarily important here. If you're here for a good time, that's nice, and so what? We're here to work, we're here to focus on you, and that's why I'm here. Any questions so far, anybody? All this makes perfect sense. I see no raised hands. Okay. So again, we're working with who you are in the present and the now. I become a channel. I basically, you've all heard the term channeling. Anastasia, you had a question? And if you could put on your video so I can see you, I would appreciate it.
No, I was just saying that it's all clear. Thank you. It was a wonderful introduction. It was really awesome.
Okay, great, thank you. So again, I become whatever, you become a channel, you are a channel, whatever, for your Akashic field. Again, this is a collaborative process. You are leading me into the Akash. I become an interpreter or a guide for you. Every human being is your own healer. You are your own healer. Every human being has the capacity to self-diagnose and self-heal, except that we're just not at a level generally of level of consciousness where we're generally able to do that. Some people can. You've heard of spontaneous remissions with cancers and so on, where people will self-heal. That's what we're talking about here. Spontaneous remissions are self-healing. So I become a channel and we access your records. You will hear me speak pretty much as I am right now in English. That is not the primary focus that I work with. You may or may not have heard the term light language. It's becoming more and more popular, more and more prevalent around the world. Many people are now accessing light language. It's a language of the heart, and language of the gods, of the creator energies. I call it a pre-human language. It is not understandable. It is not decipherable. Probably the best analogy of the type of what we're talking about here of light language is speaking in tongue. You probably heard of speaking in tongue in Pentecostal churches and so on. That is a form of light language. It's not understandable. It's speaking through people's hearts. It's not through their head, through their brain, through their mind. It's through their hearts. So you'll be hearing most of what we're doing tonight in light language. Don't try to understand it. Don't try to decipher, because you will not. It may sound like I'm speaking in Celtic or Native American, different, tribal dialects, and so on. These are all after the fact. I'm not speaking any of those particular languages. It's all a precursor to those languages. They all may sound like that's what I'm speaking, but I'm not. So don't bother to try to understand it. Again, this is experiential through your body. Feel it. The whole point of this is feeling the experience, not thinking about it. If you think about it, you've lost already. Okay, this is about feeling the experience in your body. Where is it happening? Pay attention to it. You feel hot and cold. You see different colors. Are you experiencing different kind of impressions or some kind of experiences of different issues that are going on with you? As I work with an individual, you all will experience whatever you experience, because we're working with you in addition to the person that I'm particularly working with, because we have a group dynamic, a group energy here. We're working as a group, which is really a lot of fun, and why I love doing groups, because we can do a lot of work in a short amount of time. So you'll all experience whatever you experience as we work with each individual person here. Again, just note that, pay attention to what's going on in your body, because we all have similar experiences. We've all been betrayed. We've all, had loves won, loves lost. We've all been birthing mothers, birthing fathers. We've had, babies that been birthed in the joy of birthing. We've also lost a lot of babies, again, high infant mortality up until recently. We all have all these different kind of energies going on, every one of you here, just differently, different time periods, different locations, and the way different interpretations about what happened. So, so anyway, you'll experience a good portion of what we do tonight in light language. You will also experience healing tones or vibrations that are generated through me for your healing purposes. Similar to light language, but more in the realm of tones or sounds as opposed to what we call the languaging. You also may see me or hear me sound like I'm throwing up. I didn't have a bottle of Jack Daniel last night, sorry to say. This is just your dense energies coming up and out through me. It sounds like a hacking cough or whatever, or I'm upchucking. It's just your dense energies coming up. And I just warn people, I'm okay, you're okay, everybody's okay. It's just these energies moving, and that's the way it works. The work that we're doing tonight will continue on for days and weeks afterwards. So pay attention to any shifts and changes. how you relate to yourself, relate to others, family members, colleagues, and so on, or relating to events. We have a lot of events going on these days, a lot of interpretations about COVID, about all these shootings and murders, about politics, about the Ukraine, blah, 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 blah. And we're all judgment machines. So judgment, judgment, judgment. We are judging all the time. We judge ourselves and we judge others. We judge events, and all that energy of judgment really gets in our way. And that hence is why we get sick and why we have illnesses. We hold on to the energies of judgments, of opinions, of events, and so on. And those energies that we hold on to tend to make us sick. Cancers, heart attacks, you name it. We hold on to any events in our past, any judgments that we have of events in our past, how you were as a child. And if you may or may not know that from the third trimester of pregnancy till about age 7, the fetus, the baby, the child is a sponge for its environment. It's called epigenetics, Dr. Bruce Lipton. You may or may not have heard of Dr. Bruce Lipton. He wrote a book in 2005 called The Biology of Belief. And chapter 7 devotes a whole part to what I just mentioned, that from the third trimester to age 7, the child is a sponge for its environment. And whatever's going on with the mom, the father, the energies, is there a lot of love, joy, happiness, fear, depression, postpartum depression, and so on? That's all absorbed by the child. And that will then reflect in the future how the adult relates to others, to themselves, and so on. So from the third trimester to age 7 is critical. I'm working with a baby right now that's about a year old, whose mother was a fentanyl addict. And the baby had to go through, after birth, a month of morphine because it was addicted. So you can imagine what that's like, going through an addiction, a mother who was addicted to morphine, heroin, crack, and weed, and what that's done to the child. So the grandmother, who now has custody of the baby, asked me, who's a client of mine, asked me to work with the baby to help clear as much as possible that influence of the mom, the father, who's also an addict, of drugs. And that baby is, who knows what will happen when that baby starts growing up. But, we are under the influence of our environment. That is really crucial. And how what the baby experiences growing up until around age 7, that it's a little more mature and has its own ability to make decisions for itself, more so than before. But that's a crucial period. So imagine that you go through many lifetimes, and you're going through the same process, and where you're experiencing warfare, malnutrition. Maybe it's in a great environment, maybe it's not. But we experience all these over and over and over again, all these different kinds of experiences. And I've also noticed too that there are a lot of times when people place curses or spells on people. Those are belief systems. They're not, the spells and curses don't really exist per se unless you believe in it, from what I can see. And so you may experience today some curses or spells coming out that you may not even know about, that happened many lifetimes ago, that have had a major influence or impact on your well-being today. So a lot of different influences out there. Your environment, your family, your culture, your religions, your geography, the climate, was there warfare, malnutrition, diseases? It goes on and on and on and on. Sometimes I wonder how we even function today, but we do, and we function, reasonably, I guess. So it's 8 o'clock. Any questions from anybody? Is all this making sense to people? No questions. Okay. One more thing I want to say before we start doing session work is that we're actually working with your DNA. You may or may not know, back in the 90s, when the geneticists were mapping our genetic structure, called the Genome Project, they found that we have about 30,000 genes, a lot less than mice, and they went, oops, what's going on here? What they found more interestingly is that only about 3 to 5% of our DNA was actually coding, physically coding to our genes. The rest, they said, well, what's it doing? It doesn't look like it's doing anything. They call that not doing nothing, a highly scientific term called junk DNA, because they had no idea what it was doing. They thought it was just kind of useless DNA. Actually, it wasn't. Russians did further experiments on that and discovered that, in fact, our DNA is mostly quantum energy. Not the physical, but quantum energy. Acts like computer software, coding our 3 to 5% of the DNA to give it instructions. The hardware, like your PC or Mac, giving it instructions on what to communicate to your genes. So when we work with the Akash, we're actually working with your DNA structure, your quantum aspects of your DNA. And if you're interested in more information about this, I would suspect a lot of you have heard of the channel energy called Cryon, K-R-Y-O-N, channeled by Lee Carroll. Their book number 12, they've written about 16, 17 books since early 1990s. And book number 12, the 12 layers of DNA, the esoteric teachings, talks a lot about our Akashic records and how we work with the DNA. It's a very good, I call it my own textbook of the DNA. It goes way beyond what current quantum mechanics and quantum physicists are able to identify or discern, because we just don't have the technology yet. But the ancients knew. The ancients are the ones who had all this information, and we're just now catching up. So when we work, we're actually working with your DNA through sound. And that's how you influence DNA, either through sound or through color, and very specific frequencies, not just any old frequencies. Sorry, Metallica, heavy metal is not going to work. That's why you know there's so many different aspects of classical music, through Mozart, Beethoven, the Mozart effect. The frequencies of a lot of that kind of work really has an impact on the human body. And if you look on YouTube, there are a lot of different YouTube programs about what we call 432 hertz versus 440 hertz. 440 hertz is what your mid-A is tuned, all your instruments are tuned to. It's by a universal worldwide design that we tune at 440 cycles per second. There's a lot of controversy over that, saying that, well, actually, it's not a frequency that the body responds to very well, that 432 or other frequencies are more in line with the Earth's frequency of, what was it, 7.83 hertz and multiples of that. So anyway, there's just a lot of information out there about sound healing, and the Akashic records, you might say, are an aspect of sound healing, at least the way that I do it. And with any other reader too, just that they may be speaking in English or whatever language, we're doing it in a multiple of different languages: English, light language, vibrational tones or sounds, and so on. So with that, any last questions before we start working with individuals? All this is crystal clear. No, okay, Jane. Unmute, Jane.
I am. Okay, so what hertz, if we go on YouTube to listen to music that would be beneficial to us, what's the hertz range to look for?
Well, there's a number of different frequencies. 432 is the most common. And there are applications for your cell phones where that they will automatically, with algorithms, tune your favorite, like classic rock or blues or whatever, to 432 instead of 440. 440 is what every time you hear a symphony, an oboe in a symphony, or you're tuning your guitar, you're tuning it, your mid-A to 440 hertz. In the days past, like centuries ago, each country had their own tuning. Italy was 440, France might be 432. Or localities, they did their own. There was no universal tuning of instruments. a symphony of Brahms or Bach or whatever in one country, it'll sound different than its original country because your tuning is different of the instruments. So back in the early, I think it was the 1920s or 30s, whatever, all the countries came together and adopted 440 as a universal mid-A tuning. Now there's controversy over that. Some say there is no difference. Other people say there. I've heard a difference when I've listened to 440 versus 432 from the same music. But again, that's up to you. So yeah, there's a lot out there on YouTube. There's a lot of good stuff about the Akashic Records, about you name it. YouTube's a really good source for a lot of information. Anybody else? Okay, Donna, so who's going first here?
Well, actually, Christine said that she has had a clearing with you before. She would like someone else to have the opportunity.
Okay.
So Jane is first, and then Lisa will be after Jane.
So Jane, are you interested?
Oh, my interest is and my intention is to get any clearing that can be done that interferes with my growth spiritually as a healer and wherever I'm supposed to go with my spiritual growth.
Okay, so a couple things. Thank you very much. I'm not an intuitive. I'm not a psychic. I don't tell you what to do. That you know what to do. You know where you're going. Each individual does. We tend to want to rely on somebody else to tell us, yet we know ourselves. What I do is to help you clear whatever energies are in the way of you knowing. You might say your third eye, pineal gland, your intuitive self might be blocked up. A lot of times what you'll find, if had you been a healer in the past, you were probably put to death, isolated, abandoned, put in jail, might have been burnt at the stake, made a heretic, and so on. So you have a lot of fear of using your talents, your abilities because of past lives' actions. So we'll help clear those kind of energies. Is that clear to you all? I don't tell you what to do. It's not my job. I'm not interested. That's disempowering you. I'm here to empower you to go within to get your own answers. Okay?
Yeah, any way you can facilitate that would be great.
Okay, so let me explain again what we'll do here. So I will connect with Jane. We will go into her Akashic field. I become that interpreter or guide for her. I become a channel. You'll hear me speak pretty much as I am. When I say the records are now open, we'll be in her Akashic field. And I do this almost automatically. I don't need a process, a prayer, a meditation. Some people do use shamanic journeys to access the records. I don't do any of that. So we'll just jump right in. Again, if you want to record your own session, you can. That's up to you. Again, you'll hear me speak in light language. For those of you who have not experienced that, you'll get a good sense of that today. And you will also hear vibrational tones and that will come through me for your particular healing purposes. You will all be influenced by our work with Jane. So again, pay attention to what's going on in your body, whatever colors, how you feel, sensations, and so on. Now, you also may experience now or later on what we call an energetic detoxification. All that is your body getting rid of energies that are no longer commensurate with the higher vibration that you're now operating at. It's getting rid of, you might say, through diarrhea, through rashes. It might be like a flu-like symptoms or a cold. You're not sick. A doctor's not going to help you. It's just your body getting rid of low dense energy no longer is commensurate with who you have become. And when you leave today, you'll be very different than who you are when you started today. You will be in an altered state, a higher state of frequency and vibration. And you will never be who you were before you came in here today. You will be different people. It may be subtle, it may be overt, it may happen over time, but you will be different individuals. Okay? All that makes sense? Okay, so Jane, you can just relax. What I'll do first is a short meditation to ground ourselves. And then when I say the records are now open, we'll be in your Akashic field. And we'll go for around 10, 15 minutes or so. And then when we're done, I'll do a closing prayer to bring us out of her Akashic field. And then just pay attention again to what's going on within you. I'll ask for any shares of, if you want to share what you've experienced, that'd be great. If not, that's fine. And then we'll go on to the next person. So you ready, Jane?
I am.
Okay, good. So just begin to relax, breathing in and out of your nose or your mouth. It doesn't matter which. It does. Breathing in through your nose or your mouth, exhaling whenever appropriate. Allowing Mother Earth, Mother Nature, Gaia to support you on your journey, on your path, on your way. And allowing that beautiful breath of life to flow through every cell of your body, all your cellular memories. And just breathing, breathing, breathing. Just relaxing into your chair, settling in. And now imagine a pillar of light extending from the soles of your feet down through the core of the earth, the mother's womb. Asking her to bring forth her beautiful, loving, nurturing, centering, grounding, balancing energies up through your feet, through your ankles, flowing up through your legs, your pelvis, your womb. And this beautiful, loving energy now flowing up through your solar plexus, the core of your being, your umbilicus. And now moving up into your chest, your heart, your lungs, through your back, through your vertebrae, vertebrae by vertebrae, your spinal cord, cerebral spinal fluid. And this beautiful loving energy now flowing up through your shoulders, down your arms, your hands, your fingers, up through your neck, through your head, through your brain tissue, your brain stem. And this beautiful loving energy now flowing through your face, your mouth, your jaw, your eyes, your nose, your ears, up and out your crown chakra, flowing through your entire energy field. And this beautiful loving energy now flowing through all space, time, dimension, uniting with the Divine Father, the Christ conscious energy, source, all that is. And this beautiful divine energy now flowing through every cell of your body, all your nuclei, your chromosomes, through your entire genetic expression, and through the billions and billions and billions of DNA molecules in your body. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The records are now open, the records are now open, the records are now open. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. Esto koye she he he da monoki yete ke he she. Huyeta koye she he he da kamanak tokoye through your third eye, your third eye, your third eye, dear one. Much energetic congestion deep within your third eye. Much fear, 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 fear of accessing that which you call your intuitive self, your inner awareness, if you will. Much fear, 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 fear. Who through this and many other lifetimes, dear one, many lifetimes. For you have breathing, 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 dear one. Time to breathe, 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 breathe so deeply, so deeply, so deeply with him. Yo, 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 yo. Oh. Yo. Throat, your throat, you're speaking through your heart. Much energetic constrictions deep within your throat. Much fear of speaking your truth. Time to release this fear, dear one. Time to release this fear of speaking your truth. Releasing, releasing much energetic fear constriction deep within your throat. Like a black vile substance. Bile. Much rage, much anger, 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 anger deep within your throat, your heart, dear one. Through this and many other lifetimes, time to release this anger, 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 anger. So deeply buried within, so deeply buried within, so deeply buried within this anger, anger, anger. A restriction of speaking your truth, of knowing who you truly are through this and many other lifetimes. Restrictions, restrictions, restrictions. And curses and spells, shall we say, that you believed in. Constriction, 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 dear one. Many, many, many deep-seated energetic constrictions within your heart, your throat, your third eye. Releasing, releasing, releasing these energies into your loving light, dear one, your inner light, your inner love. For you are truly a most remarkable human being. Time to live in the awe and the awesomeness of who you truly are. Yet you have in times past believed in mediocrity, not in your awesomeness, not in your magnificence, dear one. Time to truly step into your magnificence. Your true power, your true strength, for you have been abrogating your power, your strength to others through this and many other lifetimes. Out of victim, 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 victim energy. Limiting your potentiality, your possibilities, dear one, through these energetic restrictions that you have held on to so dearly, so tightly, so completely through this and many other lifetimes. And now is your opportunity to relax, to release, release, release these energies. For there is truly nothing wrong with you. You are truly whole. You are truly whole. There is nothing to fix. Nothing is broken, dear one. Just these energies you have held on to, you have held on to, you have held on to this and many other lifetimes. For you are truly the expression of all that is in human form, as female, as woman, this lifetime. That is the truth of you, dear one, the expression of all that is in human form, as female, as woman, this lifetime. The expression of all that is in human form, as female, as woman, this lifetime. That is the truth of you. You have these experiences, but they are not who you are. They are truly not who you are. You have so identified with these experiences, the emotions, the feelings, the rage, the anger, the toxicity of these energies. You have held on to, dear one. Raging, raging, anger, anger, anger deep within, now releasing, releasing, releasing into your loving light, loving light, loving light. And this process shall continue over time so as not to overwhelm you. The process shall continue over time as you have been instructed. You're just to allow, dear one, just to allow, just to allow. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Time to allow the breath of life to flow through every cell of your body. Your solar plexus, the core of your being, your umbilicus, your energetic umbilicus, your connection through your familial history, energetically speaking, through your ancestral line. Time to release, release energetic abuse, sexual, physical, emotional abuse through many lifetimes. Releasing, releasing this energy through your solar plexus, the core of your being, your umbilicus. Time to open new possibilities, new opportunities, dear one, that you have been shut down to because you have held on to these energies. No blame, no shame, just what is so. And that's why you are here this evening. Oh, and we are so honored that you are here. Blessing you, loving you on your journey, on your path, on your way, for there are many, 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 many angelic realms here. Many pure beings of light supporting you, loving you on your journey, on your path, on your way. You are so blessed, so blessed, so blessed throughout the universe, dear one. The universe is so delighted that you are here this day, including the earth energy, for you live within the earth energy, not just upon her, but deep within the earth's energy, as you do within the universal energies of love and compassion and light. For you are constantly immersed in love, 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 but don't always recognize the love that you're immersed in. Breathing, 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 dear one. Time to fully breathe, 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 so deeply, so fully, so completely within. Thank you, thank you, thank you, dear one. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessing you, honoring you on your journey, on your path, on your way, and we are complete. And I want to thank the masters, teachers, and loved ones for their love and compassion. I want to thank the lords of the Akashic Records for their point of view. And I want to thank the Holy Spirit of Light for all knowledge and healing. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. And the records are now closed, amen. How you doing, Jane?
Good. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good. I was just thinking how I feel. I've been wanting this type of thing for several weeks and I feel relaxed. I was just trying to figure out what spiritual person I knew I was going to knock on their door and get an appointment, but this was meant to be. This was meant to be.
Absolutely. Thank you. Good
Thank
work.
you.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Anybody care to share their observations? Anything that they felt, saw? Anybody? Okay. Joe.
I felt a heat and I felt some anxiety rise up and out of me, I believe.
Okay. Do you know what the anxiety is about?
Yeah, I have free-floating anxiety, so I think I just was releasing some.
Good. Good for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else before we go next? Okay, Donna.
Well, Lisa has her hand raised. Did you have a question, Lisa?
Oh, yeah.
No, I just wanted to comment that particularly your yo sound sets up a really interesting vibration in your heart. And I kept getting this image of a sideways funnel of spiraling energy for some reason. I don't know if that resonates at all, but
That resonates with you.
true.
That's what's important is you.
No, it was cool.
Good.
Thank-
Wonderful. Thank you. Okay, Donna, who are we working with next?
Well, it is Lisa who is next, and then Tim will be after Lisa.
Okay. Lisa Shepherd.
Yes.
Okay, Lisa, welcome.
Thank you so much, Bill. I appreciate your doing this.
Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure. What can we do for you? What concerns or issues do you wish to work with?
More or less whatever is the next phase for me that I need to keep working through and keep clearing. I particularly would really like to clear some physical issues with my neck and shoulders that I have had a real challenge trying to move
What
through.
particular issues in your neck and shoulder?
I've had a lot of spinal trauma over my lifetime, and I have a lot of osteoarthritis, and I have had multiple surgeries on both shoulders that at least one, if not both, may have issues again.
Okay. Okay, so know that physical issues are symptomatic of energetic issues that you've been holding on to. So when we do this work, and with any practitioner, you'll deal with the energetic issues first. So the physical issues may or may not clear today. This is only tip of the iceberg, and you may require more work. And it's entirely up to you.
Okay.
But again, if you all anybody wishes to do private sessions with me, just contact me later on. You have my information in the chat room. But again, this is really tip of the iceberg here today, because you're only working like 10, 15 minutes each or so. Okay, Lisa, you ready to go?
I am. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay, so again, I won't do the meditation. We'll just jump right in. And when I say the records are not open, we'll be in Lisa's Akashic field. And again, I'll do a closing prayer when we're finished. Okay. Boom. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, hey. What is a monoctel? Yeah, hey, nekte monoctel koye jabana koye teke hey. Breathing, 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 breathing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The records are now open. Yo, 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 yo. Yeah, so he is. Go to the Yachto koyeje he na takumi is he te takawo yatawa. Yo 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 yo. Yo. Yo 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 yo. Check it ke kakamana koyeto. Ye he he na takoya pajaria koya ke he. Koye kakamako koye kakake he 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 kapono koye ke he. Your physicality, your neck, your shoulders, dear. Oh, many wounds in your past. Oh, a stiffness of moving forward in your life through fear of moving forward in your life, of taking charge of your life, shall we say. Time to release these energies, time to release these energies, time to release these energies. Your physical a manifestation of fear, 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 fear moving forward in your life. Of taking charge, shall we say, of being your own boss. You a stiffness, a disconnect between your upper torso and your lower torso, between your head and your shoulders. A disconnect, energetically speaking. Shall we say, time to reconnect your head and your body. A separation, energetically speaking. Time to release, time to release, time to release, dear one. Time to truly step into your power, your strength as human, as female, as woman. For again, you have abrogated your power as victim, victim, victim energy. A separation that occurred many, many lifetimes ago between your head and your body. A separation between your heart and your head. Your mind, your thinking, and your heart. Time to, shall we say, energetically reconnect these energies. To reconnect your torso with your head. Breathing, 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 breathing. Time to step forward in your life with alacrity, with love, with joy, with compassion, for there's a fear of stepping forward in your life, of movement forward, shall we say, of your whole body, not just your legs, but the entire body, your head, your torso, your legs, your pelvis, your womb, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your fingers, your heart, your throat, your head, your third eye, your crown chakra, your solar plexus, your second chakra, your sexuality, your womb energy, your grounding, 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 grounding deep within the earth, the mother of the womb, dear one. Yo. 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 Oh, breathing, 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 dear one. Time to breathe, 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 breathe so deeply, so deeply, so deeply within. Time to allow yourself to move forward in your life with alacrity, with joy, with fun, with frivolity. Not fear, 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 fear of you have done so in your past and the present. Time to release all this fear, 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 fear of the vastness before you. You might say an empty canvas that you can paint, that you can create on your own. Oh, an empty canvas, dear one, that you can create upon awakening in the morning for your day. How shall I paint my canvas? What shall I paint? Will it be landscapes? Will it be headshots? Will it be figures? Will it be abstracts? Well, you have freedom, dear one. Freedom, 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 freedom to paint whatever you wish for your day. A freedom, 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 deep within, deep within, deep within. That is the truth of you, dear one. Time to honor your freedom, your creativity. You have been frightened of your creativity in the past. And your family, your community, creating fear, 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 fear of freedom, 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 dear one. Freedom to choose your life as you wish, to create your life as you wish. Freedom, 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 dear one, to create your life. Time to create your life. Nothing to fear, nothing to fear, nothing to fear. This arthritis that you speak of, the tensions within your neck, your shoulders. Oh, a stiffness, a fear of movement. Oh, yo, yo. Such a beautiful, beautiful being of light you truly are, dear one. Such a joy, such a love you are. Time to rejoice, time to rejoice, time to rejoice. The loving of yourself, self-love, dear one. Time to truly love yourself. Time to truly love yourself. Called self-love. Loving yourself first, not a selfish act, not self-centered, but a universal truth of all that is, of love and compassion. For truly, you cannot love another any more than you love yourself, dear one. Time to love, 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 love you. Time to love, 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 love you. Oh, yo, 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 yo. And we thank you, we bless you on your journey, on your path, on your way, and we are complete. And I want to thank the masters, teachers, and loved ones for their love and compassion. I want to thank the lords of the Akashic Records for their point of view. And I want to thank the Holy Spirit of Light for all knowledge and healing. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. And the records are now closed, amen.
Wow. Thank you, Bill.
You're welcome, Lisa.
That was amazing. Initially, it was interesting. It started in my pineal gland, then went down to my lumbar sacral spine and sort of built the energy there, then sort of came all the way up, but more than just my spine, all the way through my crown. And then it was working on my neck for a while. And then it went down to my second chakra when you were talking about that. And I mean, everything resonated. So I've been working on the self-love. So for sure, I knew that one. That was not a surprise. But it's good reinforcement always.
Yeah.
So now you've given me a lot of food for thought. Thank you very much. I'm really grateful.
Welcome. Thank you. Good work.
Thank you.
Yeah, self-love. That's interesting. It's probably the biggest issue that I found in all the years I've worked with the people that I've worked with is self-love. You know, we tend to want love outside of ourselves, you know, spouse, your kids, your gerbils, your dogs, your cats, or whatever, you know. But we forget about ourselves. And that actually is mandatory number uno, is taking care of yourself first. And I know it's really difficult when you have family, raising kids. I've gone through that. I have a daughter. But if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be all that available to your family, to your friends, and so on, and mostly to yourself. So something just to pay attention to, where are you in terms of self-love, you know, and how are you dealing with that? And we'll work with that again throughout the rest of the sessions here today. A couple things I want to mention that I forgot. I call this work a cheap facelift. So why would I call this a cheap facelift?
Psychic Band-Aid.
Yeah, like a Band-Aid, but what else? Besides all the cutting. What are we doing here today?
Lifting heaviness,
I'm sorry, what?
lifting heaviness.
Okay, lifting heaviness. Anything else? Yeah, Jane?
Yeah, it's just the beginning. It's
Scratching the
just the
surface.
beginning of the process of clearing what's got to be cleared and realigning.
We're releasing stress. Stress is the killer of aging. We hold on so much stress. Families, jobs, work, you name it. Stress, 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 stress. As you release the stress, your natural beauty starts emanating, your inner beauty. And I've seen it happen so many times where people will come in and they're gray and ashen and they're all tight and they're, you know, and all of a sudden their whole face is blossom bloom full of blood, you know, and everything. It's just amazing. I don't know how many times I've told people to go into a restroom and look in the mirror, because who you look at like now is not who you came in as. Totally different. Yeah, it's it's for $25, you can't beat it, you know. And okay, so who's next, Donna? Is that Tim?
Yeah, hey,
Tim,
Bill. Yeah,
we've worked in the past.
yes, we've worked a lot together, so I would like to yield to a newbie that hasn't worked with you directly.
Yeah, so Tim and Christine, if you want a session, please do so after the fact. I'd be happy to give you a
Okay.
session.
Sure.
But for tonight, if we could just work with first-time folks, that would be great. Thanks, Tim.
Absolutely, sure, no
Appreciate
problem.
that. Thank you so much.
Well, if there are any first-time people who have never had a clearing with Bill, would you raise your hand? Well, Crystal, actually, you were up next after Tim.
So you got Crystal, Danielle, Jacqueline. So Crystal's next.
Crystal is next, and then, oh, and the, let's see, Danielle, I think your hand, Ian, okay. Oh, Vladi, if you will keep your hands up, I will make a note of this, and you can start with Crystal.
Okay, great. This is Crystal Craighead.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Crystal, great, thank you. You can, I guess when Donna's done, you can put your hands down. So Crystal, what would you like to work with today?
I definitely need to raise my vibration and be aligned with my highest self.
Okay, what does that mean for you?
I'm a healer, and I'm fearful of using my gifts.
Ah, okay, great, perfect, beautiful. That is so typical. That is, I've seen it happen so many times with people that have, you know, gifts, talents, and it doesn't matter whether you're a healer, it could be an artist, a musician, a writer, scientist, engineer, whatever, it doesn't matter. But you have certain kind of gifts and you're afraid of using them.
Right.
That is going through many, many past lives where you probably were what we call a healer, and you have been hounded, you've been isolated, abandoned, put to death, you know, called a witch, you've been put in jail,
Right.
you know, and so on, so on. So all the great things that humans do to each other when they're in fear and yeah, fear. Great, Crystal, thank you so much. So, you ready to go? Okay. Yo, 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 yo. Oh, dear one, dear one, dear one. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. The records are now open. You have suffered much in your past as a what you call a healer, natural gifts of assisting others with their energetic issues, shall we say. Ooh. Yo 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 we see you as a beautiful totem speaking to the heavens, the heavens, the heavens, dear one. Yet this totem through other lifetimes has been burnt at the stake, shall we say, drawn and quartered, and so on, so on and so forth. You get the picture. We get a beautiful, beautiful totem of energy. You are speaking to the heavens, and the heavens love you so, dear one. The heavens love you so. Ooh. A beautiful totem spreading your wings, firmly planted within the earth, speaking to the heavens of all that is. You are truly loved, 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 dear one. Yet you do not believe that you are loved. You feel all this ancient angst, the separation, the fear, the rage, the anger. Anger heaped upon you by others living in fear of misunderstanding, misinterpretation. Oh. Yo. A shaman you have been, a witch doctor, a priest, a priestess, all the above. From time to time. Yet there is a terror deep within, deep within, deep within, as you have identified, of speaking your truth. Such a deep, deep terror. Such a deep, deep, deep tear. This one shall take time. Very slowly, very slowly, very slowly shall take time, dear one. For this is deeply, deeply, deeply embedded within you, within your energy field. Of all the times that you have been brutalized, accused, well, again, time, patience, 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 dear one. Very slowly, very slowly, very slowly, this shall be released. So as not to disturb, disrupt your energy field. The angelic realm here, loving you, loving you, loving you, loving you, loving you, dear one. So many beautiful, beautiful beings of light, supporting you, loving you on your journey, on your path, on your way. Very loving, 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 dear one. Time to love, 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 love you, dear one. Time to love, 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 love you. To open your heart to yourself. To open your heart to yourself, dear one. Just to open your heart to yourself. Love, 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 love. Breathing, 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 dear one. Time to breathe, 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 breathe so deeply, so deeply, so deeply within. Time to breathe, 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 breathe so deeply within. Loving, 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 loving you. Time to truly love yourself, dear one. Time to release all this fear, 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 fear deep within your heart. Deep within your speaking, your throat chakra, dear one. Much fear of speaking your truth through your throat chakra, through your heart. Not just through your thinking, your head, your brain, your mind, but through your heart, dear one. For there has been a disconnect, shall we say, between your heart and your speaking in your head. Time to bring in coherence, 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 coherence. Loving, 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 loving you, dear one. So much love, so much love, so much love. So much pain, 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 deep within, deep within, deep within, trauma, trauma, trauma. Releasing, releasing over time. If you wish further work to do, that is your choice, but there is much, much more to release. Fear, fear, fear of releasing, dear one. There is a tremendous fear of releasing these energies, just to allow nothing to fear. You are perfectly safe. There is a whole issue of safety, safety, trust, 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 and deep within you. Time to feel safe, time to know you are safe, to release, to be the human being that you truly are, that your gifts, your talents may shine, and you will not be persecuted, prosecuted, put to death, isolated, abandoned, excommunicated, like you have been in the past. Time to love, love, love you. Time to truly love, 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 love you. Loving, 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 loving you. And we thank you, we bless you on your journey, on your path, on your way, and we are complete. Now, I want to thank the masters, teachers, and loved ones for their love and compassion. I want to thank the Lords of the Akashic Records for their point of view. And I want to thank the Holy Spirit of Light for all knowledge and healing. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. And the records are now closed, amen.
I felt like I was drowning,
Mhm.
probably through persecution,
Mhm.
but I felt like when I got to the bottom of the ocean that I didn't die.
Mm.
And I feel like I'm still there.
Mhm. Just allow the release.
That release feels very good.
Good. It'll continue on for quite some time,
Mhm.
over the next days and weeks.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome. It's a lot more to do.
I got you. I'm on it.
Gotcha. Good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome. Okay. And Danielle, anybody have any observations before we work with Danielle? Okay. So you'll be the last person. And everybody else, again, If you want a session, email me. Donna put the email on the chat along with my website. Please do, and then let me know what days and times work for you. Evenings or Saturday morning. Not daytime. I work full time during the day. Anyway, we'll talk about that in a bit. So, Danielle, hi.
Hi.
So what can we do for you?
I would like to work on my general feeling of lack in my relationship with money and personal finances, and just kind of in the lack kind of bleeds into other areas of my life too, but that's kind of the one that I would like to kind of see if there's anything there for me tonight.
I'm sure there will be. Okay, great. Thank you, Danielle.
Thank you.
Okay, you all ready? Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. The records are now open. Your third eye, your third eye, your third eye. You speak of lack. Lack of worth, lack of value, lack, doubting Thomas, doubting your veracity, your worth, your value, dear one. Oh, an ancient issue. No. Shall we say a lack of feeling whole and complete? Of parts that you are missing. Yet you are truly whole, you are complete, dear one. You always have it and always will be. You don't need fixing, you are not broken. Just ancient. Oh. Curses, spells. Lack. You may say this lack is a curse, is a spell that has been placed upon you many lifetimes by those around you, believing in lack. Not necessarily an overt cast or spell, but just a belief system, shall we say, of lack. That has so impregnated every cell of your body, your DNA, your cellular memories of lack. Like every cell of your body impregnated with lack, huh? Time to release the cellular memory. Not serving you, not who you are, not serving you, not who you are, not serving you, not who you are, dear one. Loving, 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 loving you. Wrapping your arms around your heart. Wrapping your arms around your heart, energetically speaking, and even literally speaking, of loving yourself, loving yourself, loving yourself, loving yourself, loving yourself, dear one. Time to truly love, 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 love yourself so fully, so wholly, so completely. Breathing, 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 breathing. Bringing that beautiful breath of life through every cell of your body, your cellular memories. Releasing, releasing all these dense energies of lack, 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 lack. Through every cell of your body, lack, 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 lack. This is not who you are, dear one. For you are truly love, you are truly joy, you are truly kindness, you are truly grace, you are truly gratitude, appreciation, generosity, compassion and passion, a passion, 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 dear one. Time to allow your passions to shine, 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 shine. Oh, your throat, you're speaking. Oh, much energy. Oh, hey, come on, so much energy deep in your throat. Oh, releasing, releasing, releasing. Oh, rage, 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 anger deep in your throat. You're speaking, dear one. So much rage, so much anger deep within your throat chakra. Your third eye, your heart, rage, 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 rage. Time to release these energies not serving you, not who you truly are. Truly not serving, not serving, not serving you. There is such a chokehold, energetically speaking, around your throat, like a constriction, a contraction deep within your throat. Time to release deep within your chest, a contraction. Around your rib cage, your heart, your lungs, a contraction, a constriction. Breathing, 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 breathing. Time to breathe, 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 breathe so deeply, so deeply, so deeply within. Time to fully breathe, 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 breathe so deeply within. Like somebody has been choking you, energetically speaking. Their hands tightening around your throat. Time to release, time to release, time to release, dear ones. Breathing, 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 breathing. Time to breathe, 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 breathe. More work to do, up to you, dear one. Should you choose to go deeper within, your choice. Such a beautiful, beautiful being of light you are. Such a beautiful beacon of light, a tower of light you are, dear one. Time to just love, 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 love yourself as you release lack, 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 lack. Knowing that you are so powerful, so strong, with so much strength and power, dear one. And you releasing this victim energy of lack, lack, lack. You've been playing victim to lack, 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 lack so long. Releasing, 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 releasing these energies. A dearly beloved one you are, dear one, so beautiful, so joyful, so joyous you truly are. And we thank you, we bless you on your journey, on your path, on your way, and we are complete. And I want to thank the masters, teachers, and loved ones for their love and compassion. I want to thank the lords of the Akashic Records for their point of view. And I want to thank the Holy Spirit of Life for all knowledge and healing. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. And the records are now closed, amen.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
That was pretty, and that was pretty cool. I got some flashes of a couple of images early on. I got like, it was me, and like, but it wasn't me. It was like, I was like a guy, I think. And I was like in the mud and with like missing body parts, but I was still alive. And then there was a pretty vivid image of me as like a nun, like taking a vow of poverty. So that was pretty strong.
Good.
And then I just want you to know my throat chakra has always been an issue.
Okay.
I had to keep working on that, but that resonated a lot with me. I have a lot of pressure right here, right now.
Okay.
So I imagine that's part of this too, but that
Yeah.
kind of came up throughout this too. So
Yeah, continue doing breathing exercises if you do.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Bill. I appreciate you. Can I ask you a couple of questions about
Sure.
one question? How does this take a lot out of you? Are you depleted of energy after you do something like this?
Oh, no, the opposite. I'm
You
energized.
get buzzed by it. You do.
Oh, yeah. If I was depleted, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
That means there's something not right.
Okay.
No, this is totally energizing.
Oh, cool. So you won't sleep tonight then.
I'll sleep like a babe.
And then my other question is, if like to have a regular session with you, how long does that typically last? And do you focus on one thing and do like a longer clearing, or is it a bunch of things? How does it work?
They're roughly an hour long.
Okay.
And those I do record for you. I don't do, like I said, I don't do that in the groups. It could be anything. I don't dictate, I don't mandate. It's just whatever comes through.
Okay.
You lead the way.
Mhm.
This is about you. And so you're in charge in a way of what we work on. Now, you may not be consciously aware of what that is, but you're still in charge.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you, Danielle. Good work. Excellent work.
Thanks.
Great. So for the 4 of you that I work with, Jane, Lisa, Crystal, and Danielle, if you would email your email addresses, I would appreciate it, because I will be sending everybody a little bit lengthier email after I finish working with everyone that'll just provide some more information about what I do, and also more information about some of the things I talked about tonight, the DNA, Bruce Lipton, and so on. So if you all would do that, I would appreciate it. And everybody else that who wants to work with me later on, again, please email me and give me evenings, times and days and Saturday mornings that work with you. And then we'll set up time to do these 10, 15-minute sessions with you all. And again, please, do your donation. Typically, I charge $75 a person for groups. So you got a good discount here. You got a good deal. And if you wish, if you think that this work was of more value, by all means, you can add more to your $25. I don't mind doing that. I'm sure Rays of Healing would like that also. So we will close with a group clearing before we finish tonight. Anybody have any last minute questions before we close here? You all good? Okay. Again, email me and we'll set up those times over the next times to meet over the next couple of days and week, and we'll get all that taken care of. I want to thank everybody. It's been a pleasure being with you all tonight. I thank you. You all are fantastically marvelous. And we'll do a group closing here. So again, you can be in a meditative state, eyes open, eyes closed, whatever you wish. And then this is for the entire group. Time to release collective and individual fear of moving on in your respective lives. There is much fear in this group of moving on, of expanding your horizon, your awareness of who you truly are. You may say of expanding into the vastness of all that is, the emptiness, the void. To paint your empty canvas. For you each have an empty canvas in front of you that you renew every day. Every day you wake up in the morning, you have an empty canvas with which you can paint if you wish. Or you can leave it empty and just allow the day to guide you, as opposed to you being directive and create your own day as you wish, as you see fit for yourself. For there is a collective energy of fear of creating your future, shall we say, where you create moment by moment by moment, not living in the fear of the past or the future, but living in the present, in the now, in the moment. In curiosity. Curiosity never killed the cat, for the cat is always curious. Time to be curious with your lives, dear one, with your lives. What do you wish to create for yourself? What do you really wish to create for yourself? For you have lived in fear of that creation through this and many other lifetimes. What did the family dictate that you are to do, you are to be? As opposed to who you know yourself to be. A very, very powerful question to ask yourself. Who do I know myself to be in any given moment? Am I creating anew out of curiosity, or am I just allowing the past or the fear of the future to dictate my decision making? The choice is yours to make moment by moment by moment by moment by moment. You always have a choice. Regardless of your circumstances, your situation, you always have a choice. And you can do nothing, which is a choice. Then allow the ship to move on, and you're just a passenger on that ship, and the ship just dictates a course wherever it is going. Your choice, your choice, your choice. There is an old Native Americans saying, if you will, which wolf shall you choose to be? The wolf of love, joy, compassion, grace, gratitude, kindness, passion, passion, passion. Or the wolf of fear, anger, rage, jealousy, betrayal, violence, hatred. Your choice, moment by moment by moment, dear ones, moment by moment by moment. What choice do you make? What choice do you make? Fear or love, love or fear, or some combination therein. Your choice every moment. And thank you, dear ones. You are so loved, you are so loved, you are so loved by all that is in the earth's energy. So much love, 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 dear ones. So much love, 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 love. And we thank you, we bless you on your journey, on your path, on your way. And we are complete. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Bill.
You are welcome.
That was
Thank you
amazing.
very much.
My
Thank you.
pleasure. My pleasure. You guys are fantastic. Thank you for being here tonight.
Gratitude.
And you can reach Bill at billsanda@gmail.com, or his website is www.myakashichealing.com.
Any last minute questions before we sign off? Yeah, Jane?
How soon? I mean, I would like to do this again.
Okay.
And how much time? I mean, do you have a recommendation of how much time between sessions?
Give yourself a couple weeks. Again, the work will continue on for days and weeks afterwards. So just, your only job is to allow the work to do its job. If you start thinking about it, you'll get in the way. So give yourself a week or two just to see what, and then you'll know what to do.
Okay.
But give yourself time to allow this to integrate.
Okay. I usually get gut reactions when it's time.
Yeah, exactly. Gut reaction, heart reaction, whatever, intuition. A lot of people say they also like to take a hot bath after a session if that's available. It helps integrate the work, with Epsom salts or with essential oils or whatever. Anything else? Anybody else?
Well, it's definitely changed over the years, hasn't it?
Oh, it certainly has.
Yeah.
Yeah, light language came in about 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't ask for it. It just came in. It's just like when I first discovered that I had this ability with the Akashic Records, it just came to me.
Yeah.
I didn't go searching or whatever. It was, boom, there it was. And I said, okay.
Yeah, just roll with it.
Yeah, as with any particular practitioner, as you grow and heal and mature and become more and more of your true self, your work will shift. It's always, the energies are always there. It's just that you're allowing more and more of yourself to access those energies.
Mm-hmm.
It's always there. It's always available. We just shut ourselves off.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Tim. Anybody else? Okay. Again, Donna, thank you so much for hosting this, and Alice, who wasn't here tonight. I appreciate you all so much. It's been a pleasure. And you guys all have a great evening, and look forward to working with the rest of you and whoever else down the line. Have a fabulous evening, a fabulous 2023, and thank you, thank you, thank you.
And
you.
thanks to you. Thank you very much, Bill.
Okay, you take care, guys.
Much gratitude. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Aye.